Our Canadian sport fishing website is a wealth of information, whether you're fishing in North America or you're planning a trip down south. For example, some people contact me through our department, Ask Italo, and of course I answer the questions for them. And they say, I'm planning a trip down south. It could be Florida, Cuba, maybe Mexico. And they ask me things like, do you know of any good people that we can hire to take us fishing? Or can we catch fish from shore? Or what gear should we take? And you can probably find good people to take you fishing. You can probably catch fish from shore. And you probably have or can get the right gear for your trip before you leave Canada. For example, what I'm holding up here is an 8-foot 2-piece spinning rod. It's made by Rapala. It's part of the Magnum line, and it's rated for line weight from 15 to 30 pound test. We consider that heavy action. It's also equipped with an XI reel that has a high capacity spool. It probably holds about 200 yards of 30-pound test braid. So this outfit will actually suffice for fish up to about 20-30 pounds. If you're going to go for fish that are larger than that, you're better taking a boat rod with a trolling reel and putting on 50 or 80-pound test monofilament or braid. Now let me tell you a little bit about the connections, because this is a little bit different than fishing back home. On this particular outfit, I have 50-pound titanium braid. And as you can see, I have a swivel to attach my braid to, and then I have a fluorocarbon leader. And as a safety, something that's very standard in saltwater fishing, you either use a bimini twist or a braided knot to make yourself double line before you attach it to your terminal tackle. So there's my perfect braid, my double line, and then I've used the tri-lean knot to attach it to my swivel. Now, because I'm using a heavy fluorocarbon leader, this particular one is 50-pound test, I'm going directly to the lure. You can see that I've made a knot that has an eye in it, so the lure is free to swim from side to side. So I don't really want to cut that because fluorocarbon is expensive to retie another lure. So what I do is I simply use a loop, and I'll just show you here. Whenever I want to change lures, I pre-tie my lures on the fluorocarbon leader, and I just use a big loop, and I'm going to pass the lure through the loop. So there's my leader with my lure on it, okay, right there. So if I'm not using that, I just wrap it up and put it in my box. Now if you take some of this heavier gear with you, even spinning gear, if you use a pretty heavy braided line, take some fluorocarbon, I'd say for some of the larger fish, at least 50-pound test fluorocarbon, and a bunch of wobbling lures and jigs, you're probably going to have a very enjoyable trip.